When I was young, I believed one thing very strongly. Save money. Save more. Spend less. I thought money was safety. I thought money was power. I worked very hard. I did not buy new clothes. I did not travel. I did not go out with friends. When someone invited me for tea, I often said no. I told myself, I must save money for the future. One summer, I went to visit my grandmother in the village. She was old, but her eyes were bright. She lived in a small house with a big garden. Her house was simple. She did not have expensive furniture. She did not have a big TV. But she always looked happy. That evening, we sat outside under the sky. The wind was soft. Birds were flying home. My grandmother was peeling mangoes. She gave me a big slice. I said, "Grandma, I am working very hard these days. I am saving as much money as I can." She looked at me and smiled. Then she said something strange. "Don't save money." I was shocked. "What?" I asked. "Grandma, everyone says we must save money." She laughed softly. "Yes, we must save. But don't only save money. Save moments. Save memories. Save kindness. Save love." I did not understand. She pointed to her old wooden chair. "Do you see this chair?" "Yes," I said. "I bought it many years ago. I saved money for months to buy it. I was so proud. I told myself, now I will sit on this chair every day and enjoy tea." But I was always busy. I kept saving money. I kept working. I did not sit on the chair. One day I realized the chair was old, and I had never truly enjoyed it. She looked at me seriously. "Money is important. But time is more important." Her words stayed in my heart. The next day, she took me to the market. She bought fresh flowers. She bought sweets for children in the street. She gave some money to a poor woman. I said, "Grandma, why are you spending money like this? You don't have much." She smiled. "Money is like water. If it only stays in one place, it becomes dirty. If it flows, it stays fresh." I was quiet. That night, she told me a story from her life. "When I was young," she said, "your grandfather worked very hard. He always said, 'I will rest later. I will enjoy life later.' He saved every rupee. He wanted to build a big house." She looked at the sky. One day, he became sick. Very sick. He could not enjoy the house. He could not travel. He could not even walk in the garden. Her voice became soft. "We had money. But we did not have health. We had savings. But we did not have time. I felt something heavy in my chest. Grandma held my hand. Listen carefully. Don't live only for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. Live today also. The next week, I returned to the city. I went back to my job. I opened my bank app and looked at my savings. The number made me feel proud. But then I asked myself, what am I missing? I thought about my friends. I had not met them for months. I thought about my parents. I had not visited them. I thought about my dream to learn guitar. I had always said, later. That evening, I called my best friend. I said, let's meet for dinner. She was surprised. Are you okay? She asked. I laughed. Yes. I just want to enjoy life a little. We ate simple food. We talked for hours. I felt happy. Not because of money, but because of connection. The next month, I booked a short trip with my parents. It was not expensive. Just a small trip to the hills. We took pictures. We laughed. My mother held my arm while walking. My father told old stories from his youth. At night, in the hotel room, I remembered my grandmother's words. Save memories. I started to change slowly. I still saved money. I was not foolish. I did not waste it. But I stopped being afraid of spending on important things. I joined a guitar class. I bought a simple guitar. When I played my first song, it sounded terrible. But I smiled. I was learning something new. One day, I visited my grandmother again. I told her everything. She listened carefully. Her eyes were shining. Good, she said. Now you understand. I asked her, Grandma, are you not afraid of the future? She said, of course I think about the future. But I do not let fear control my present. She walked slowly to her garden. She touched the flowers. I planted these flowers many years ago, she said. Some died. Some grew strong. Life is the same. You cannot control everything. But you can enjoy what is blooming today. Years passed. I worked hard. I saved money wisely. But I also invested in experiences. I helped others when I could. I bought gifts for my parents. I took small breaks. I celebrated small wins. Then one winter, I received a call. My grandmother was very sick. I rushed to the village. She was lying on her bed. She looked weak, but peaceful. I held her hand. She smiled at me. Did you save money? She whispered playfully. I smiled with tears in my eyes. Yes, Grandma. But I also saved memories. She nodded slowly. Good, she said. That is the real wealth. A few days later, she passed away. I felt deep pain. But I also felt gratitude. She had given me the greatest lesson of my life. At her funeral, many people came. Poor people. Neighbors. Children. Old friends. They all said the same thing. She was kind. She always helped us. She always shared what she had. I realized something important. She did not leave behind a big bank account. She left behind love. She left behind stories. She left behind a beautiful impact on people's hearts. That day, I made a promise to myself. I will not live in fear. I will not say later to every joy. I will not save money and forget to live. Money is a tool. It is not the purpose of life. We must plan for the future. Yes. We must be responsible. Yes. But we must also laugh. We must travel when we can. We must spend time with family. We must help others. We must follow our dreams. Because one day, our time will end. And in that moment, we will not ask, how much money did I save? We will ask, how well did I live? How much did I love? How many smiles did I create? My grandmother's simple words changed my life. Don't save money. At first, it sounded wrong. But now I understand. Don't only save money. Save moments. Save relationships. Save courage. Save happiness. That is the true treasure of life.